Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You find me tonight in the main hall of Glastonbury Town Hall. And the reason we're here is for what's behind me. This is the grand opening of the mural that's been painted on the wall here in the main hall of the Town Hall. Well, looky here, we've got a man in chains, either he's kinky or he's a mayor, and we've got the town clerk. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hello, Gabe.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Kinky or the mayor?
Kinky.
What can you do? It sounds like a TV show. Are you going to make it, Gabriel?
Kinky and the mayor, that's a good idea. We'll do that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do that. But for now, look at this, this is amazing. What was the idea behind this?
There's a number of colours in this room, as you'll be able to see, and there was nothing that really tied them all in together. We had a lovely blank wall, and the thought was, well, why don't we do something that complements the room and ties in all the colours? So I invited Faye in to have a look initially and explained what we kind of wanted. Mm-hmm. She did us a design. Property and Assets then invited mural artists to submit a design. And they ended up choosing Faye's, which is a repeating pattern that's very sort of William Morris wallpaper.
I was going to say it looks like wallpaper, doesn't it, on a grand scale?
But every single bit has been hand painted and none of it is stenciled. So if you look really closely, you will see elements of difference across it.
Absolutely.
But standing back and admiring the whole thing, it just looks like a repeating pattern of wallpaper.
I also believe Frank Harwood did some painting on this as well, didn't he? He was dragged in to paint a bit.
He did, yes, to help Faye, yes. I think he painted some of the lower level apple blossom.
Absolutely. And I think it's very clever because we were here last Saturday, weren't we, for the
Body art.
For the Body Art Festival, which was absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen.
It really was, ladies and gentlemen.
Check out the video, it came out last week. But in the meantime, I mean, that was on the wall in the background and it looked great. It looked great, it didn't look out of place, it blended in, the colours just matched.
Yeah.
And most people didn't even notice it. Now, somebody once was on television who was a spy, and he was talking about how he blended in, and he says, I imagine myself as wallpaper. You can walk into a room, you will not know what that wallpaper looks like when you've walked out 10 minutes later. And he said that's how he likes to blend in, and this does that.
Yep.
10 minutes after you've walked out of it, you go, cool, that's nice, and you probably walked out and not noticed it anymore.
Yeah, well, that shows how well it fits in. I mean, part of the brief we gave to Faye was obviously the original town hall was built in the early 1800s.
Yes.
And this was an extension in 1930. So it needed to kind of match both the kind of Regency feel, but also slightly Art Deco. So we've got quite a lot of elements within there between the colours and the shapes. Not only local symbolism, but fits in with also some of the gifted artwork in the small hall. The idea from the peacocks actually came from a gifted piece of Indian sequin work, which is in the small hall. So
of course it is, yes.
So it's referencing lots of stuff. I mean, for me, the fact that this council has a bit of a checkered history with the old street art.
We won't talk about certain artists having their work painted over. We're not going to talk about that. No.
We won't mention Banksy.
Banksy, don't mention Banksy. Do not mention. We didn't mention Banksy. You never heard that.
And in their wisdom, former councillors, not myself, of course, decided that they would paint over Banksy. Could you believe that?
Well, he's using the word wisdom very loosely there, but carry on.
And so we've moved from, as Glastonbury Town Council, we've moved from destroying beautiful street art to celebrating it within our own walls. Because it's not really street art as it's inside, but it's a beautiful mural. And it ties in with the mural trail and all that good stuff.
Of course it doesn't. I mean, there's actually more artwork per head of population in Glastonbury than there is in Bristol.
Wow.
That's amazing, isn't it?
How cool is that? And it gets better every day, because every time you turn around, somebody's painting a new wall somewhere. It's brilliant.
Aren't we blessed with artists like Faye Suzannah, Kim von Coles, the whole crowd that we have here is amazing.
Yeah, a quick shout out to Kim there for the work she does on the mural trail. She will tell you that it's not just her, but we all know it is mostly her. Without her, it wouldn't happen. So word out to Kim. But in the meantime, this is fantastic. I need to go and find me an artist to talk to.
And if you like watching this video, don't forget, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button just below.
Absolutely.
Do you know, I only have to pay him £5 every time I interview him to get him to say that. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. You was going to say something, John. I won't interrupt.
Yeah. Well, I would normally charge him 10 quid, but it is Gabriel.
Yeah, and I'm a poor man. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Gabe.
Okay, well, here we are with Faye. Now, Faye is the genius behind what you've just seen on the wall up there, aren't you, Faye?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about it, because it's a fascinating. I've never seen wall art done like wallpaper before, so this is really good.
Just laughing at that.
Hello, Mum. Hello. Faye's mum over there. Hello, Mum. Wave to the camera. Thank you. There you go. She brought her mum.
I studied pattern design at university. I've always been interested in filling entire spaces
Yeah.
with art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly why, sort of edge to edge, something satisfying about
No gaps.
no gaps, sort of filling an entire area.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was at university, I decided that I did not want to be sat at a computer.
No. Who does?
No, well, lots of people.
Well, some do. That's strange, but anyway.
So, I started.
Mums do that.
I started painting murals about 12 years ago, obviously all different types, mostly botanical. But this is the first time that I've painted something this big, but it's actually a repeat. So I used all the skills that I learned at university,
Yeah.
plus all the other skills, the large scale sort of...
Because there are those that don't know much about art who will look at that and say, oh, it's a repeating thing, it's easy, it's done with steps. That is harder than a freehand drawing in some respects, isn't it?
Well, it's one freehand drawing, but drawn on top of an incredibly carefully executed grid.
Absolutely.
About 7 metres up. Took me 2 days to...
You had a tower, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 days on the tower to measure everything. And that was pretty satisfying, because I've never done that before.
No, but not. And of course you have Frank in, who's used to working on scaffolding, isn't he?
Yes, Frank helped me a lot. He's not here yet.
No, it's Frank. See, I hope Frank will come, because I'd like to talk to Frank.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what you've done here is brilliant. So, I mean, what have we got other work in town that you can go and visit if people don't know? Where can they go and see?
There's quite a few, I think.
On the mural trail?
There's 6 on the mural trail,
Okay.
I think. The easy to access one, the most familiar one is just up Wellhouse Lane from Chalice Well on Tor Cottage.
Oh, the flowers.
With hibiscus flowers.
Yes.
That one's actually 13 years old now.
Yeah, Jeff. Jeff, this is a lady that painted the flowers on the house that your sister wants to move into. One there for Jeff, friend of mine in America. His sister wants that house because of the flowers painted. No, I don't think he will, no. Maybe we should buy another one, you could paint some flowers on it for us.
I am totally open to more house commissions.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a commission, you want some painting done, you've got a wall you want decorated, talk to this lady, because you've seen the quality of what you're going to get up there. Well, I guess they're going to sort of open this at some point and make it official.
It's going to say something.
I'm sure the mayor always does say something. That's what the mayors do. Mayors do that. He's over there behind us. Hello, who's this?
This is my mini-me.
Hello, Minnie you. What's your name?
This is Romilly.
Hello, Romilly. How are you? Is this your mum? Can you paint pictures like that?
She can. This morning she drew like 5 pictures before 7 a.m.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to put your mum out of a job, aren't you? Yes. Are you a clever artist? Yes, of course you are. I like your coat with all the rainbows on it. That's bright, isn't it?
Patterns everywhere, yeah.
Patterns everywhere. See, repeating patterns. Off you go. Nice to talk to you. Well, I'm going to wander around, and hopefully when John gets here, we'll be able to talk.
Well, plumb line. So she measured along, she had to divide it, so she measured along and hung the chalk line, twanged it, and that leaves the blue line, and then you can divide the whole thing up.
So here we are with Frank. Hello, Frank.
Hello, Gabriel.
We all know Frank because I've watched him up a scaffolding before. You helped paint this beauty, didn't you?
I gave a hand to Faye.
Was it because you're good at hard work or because you're an excellent artist or both?
Because I was willing to do it. I was willing to put the time in.
Yeah.
And it was a project I was interested in. I would like to have, I like to help along with it and get involved. And it is such an extraordinary design. I think it's really sort of captured
simplicity makes the beauty of it.
It's this lovely sort of gigantic wallpaper and a very simple repeat giving a very complex wave pattern.
Doesn't it?
And,
it's very clever.
I think it works really, really well.
I think it's brilliant.
Really, really well.
I love it. And I was here last weekend for the body painting.
Oh,
and
right.
that was up, mostly finished. And do you know what? It looked brilliant.
Right.
It absolutely fitted into this hall perfectly.
Yeah. Well, I think she's actually used the colour, very much the colours are actually available within the hall.
That's what she's done.
Yeah,
she's
she's
picked up
lifted
all
it
the
that
colours in here.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fantastic. Well, thanks for helping
That's
paint it.
okay. No,
what have you?
no.
Because you were looking at doing 3 Men in a Boat somewhere, which is a picture of yours that I really like. Is that still going to happen on a wall?
No idea. I am going to wall, but I found another wall, and I was thinking about. I found a wall. That's no more than that. And I was thinking, what could I do on that? I'm thinking of some sort of acrobat or a juggler on that. But I've got to really seriously sit down.
And it's a
do
secret
some
you can't
sketching.
tell us. I'd
I'll
talk to Kim.
I'll talk to Kim.
Yeah,
I'll-
we're
as and-
already talking about
As
Kim
and when
tonight.
she gets back from her far travels.
She's jet setting around the world, is young Kim, isn't she?
is. She's setting the Antipodes alight.
Well, I think John's about to say something. Let's
Oh,
go and have
right.
a look. I'll
Okay.
catch you later.
Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? I'd just like to say thank you very much for coming out on this cold evening to see the official unveiling of this amazing piece of art behind me. It's absolutely fantastic. I was reflecting earlier on how this town council seems to have had a bit of a revolution, a complete turn from a council that would paint over the artwork of a street artist like Banksy, to a council that is celebrating street art. Exactly. Do come in and celebrate with us. Celebrating street art in many ways, and the mural trail being one of the most amazing things we've done in the last few years. I'm sure you would agree.
Yep.
I'm sure you would agree.
Yep.
And we won't mention Banksy again because we have our own wonderful artists, of course. And I'm just about to introduce you to one of those. The amazing Faye Suzannah. Please come in and tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about this artwork behind us and your thoughts on how it went.
Well, anyone who knows me is going to know I'm going to find it really difficult.
Oh.
First of all, I'm really sad that Kim can't be here. Because everything that John just mentioned about the journey this town's gone on in terms of accepting street art and graffiti is all thanks to Kim. I think we can all recognise that. She's in New Zealand having an amazing time.
Let's give a big round of applause to Kim.
Hey.
I'm really grateful for the council for letting this happen, for being open to it, and also just during this whole process of being in the hall, everyone's been super relaxed and accepting, and I've really enjoyed actually watching the usage of the hall, not really having been in this space myself since I was 13 on my roller skates. I've been in here for about a month now, and I just really appreciate the different variety of people in the community this town's got. And it wasn't what I was expecting in the town hall, to be honest. So I think it's really opened my eyes to another sector of the town that I thought I knew like so well, but I don't. There's always things to learn, eh?
Tell us, if you will, a little bit about the art that we see before us. It looks a little bit, doesn't it, like it's a repeat pattern until you look closely at the various sort of differences between maybe the images you see, but there are some themes running through it, and they are.
The themes, apart from the peacock, which I would love to say have some relevance, it just matches the clothes. Within the structure of the repeat peacock, I chose to put in these motifs, which would make it sort of represent Glastonbury, but not in an obvious way. I don't know. It represents Glastonbury, but it's not got a picture of Michael Davis on it. No offence, Frank. What's that?
Not take.
So we all know this, the picture of the tour, and this other circular motif is the Vesca Pisces, and I thought it was exclusive of the Chalice Well, which I've now learned it is not. But we recognise that from the Chalice Well design. And as I've been painting plants and flowers for about 12 years now, I thought it would be rude not to put in some flowers. And the white ones are apple blossoms. So we all know that there's lots of apples inside around here. And the slightly darker leaves are hawthorn, which represents the holy thorn. So I like the idea that I've represented the sort of rural, the agricultural, the spiritual, as well as the like, geographic nature of Glastonbury.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yay!
Although Faye said that the peacocks were a little bit of a kind of weird thing that just appears and doesn't have any relevance. This is one of these towns, you know, Glastonbury has a lot of serendipity going on, synchronicities going on. I don't know if you've noticed that at all. And in the small hall, you will see, if you go in the small hall, there are two amazing tapestries that were sent to this town council, I think in the 1800s. And they are of peacocks.
I did notice that.
And-
When I came in to talk to Connor,
So it's subliminal.
Can you paint a mural that matches the curtains? And I thought, yeah, definitely. And on the way out, I looked in the hall and I was like, peacocks, are they relevant? Can I do that? And he said, yeah. And he said, I need something decorative that doesn't really mean anything. Those are the words that and I thought, oh, you come to the right person. And then I managed to make it mean something.
Right, there you go. So everything within it has a meaning, and you can go down and look at these amazing tapestries that later, if you like. Is a small hall open, Connor? Yes, got a thumbs up from the clerk. So, once again, thank you so much. We as a town council are so delighted that you have done such a tremendous job here in this town hall. Doesn't it look great, everyone? So, and a big hand for Braxton. So, I now, as Mayor of Glastonbury, officially announce that the new mural is launched! Hooray!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now officially an open mural. So it's been opened and it's there. So let's go see if we can find anyone else to talk to. Hey! How you doing, big fella?
I don't mind being famous again.
You've been famous again. What do you think of it?
I like it.
It's
I
cool.
like the tour on it and Chalik Row
Yeah.
and all the porn.
Do you like the thing from the Chalice Well?
Yes, I do.
That's good, isn't
I've
it?
been to Chalik Row and guess what I like about Chalik Row?
What do you like?
Nice and peaceful.
It is peaceful, isn't it?
And it's nice in the spring and the summer because all the flowers start to grow.
That's it. Yeah, do you go down there a lot?
Yes, I do.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And also, I am famous on the radio on GFM as well.
Yeah, you go to GFM a lot, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so if you want
And
it.
I've got my own radio show. If you want to listen to me,
What's it called?
it's the Ryan Chapman Music Show.
Well, there you go.
And if you can tune in on a Thursday night at 7 o'clock, or if you miss it, then the repeat goes out on a Friday morning at 11 o'clock.
So what time on Thursday?
7 o'clock in the evening.
So 7 o'clock next Thursday night, I want you all to tune in to GFM. If you're in Glastonbury or Wells or Street or any of that area, tune in to GFM and listen to young Ryan here. What sort of music are we going to get?
I play a bit of Phil Collins,
Oh.
a bit of Elvis Presley.
Oh, the old stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Quality.
80s and 90s music.
So
70s.
if you're into that, he's your
Yeah,
man.
tune in to
GFM. And what's the frequency of GFM?
107.1 and online www.gfm.org.uk.
Because you can listen online,
Yes,
can't
you
you?
can.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, I think we might have to come in and film you doing your radio show one
I'll be
day.
up for that.
I think you'll be a bit more fame. You like that, don't you? We'll
Yes,
do
I
that.
do. I'll be up for that. Happy Glastonbury gave me all.
Yay! Well, it's been lovely to talk to you. How you doing,
thank you
buddy?
for that.
Good, good. And who we got over here then? Who's this?
My name is Steve.
Steve.
Living here the last year.
Yeah.
Been living here before about 10 or 12 years ago.
Now, young Steve here, who's a friend of Ryan,
Yeah.
posts pictures of breakfast all over the internet.
Yes.
Tell us about. I'm intrigued about that.
I just went to start a whole swimming world,
Yeah.
and they kind of help you kind of lose weight or whatever.
Oh, I see.
So
Because some of those breakfasts do look
yeah,
healthy.
yeah. So it's all kind of healthy kind of food, all kind of food that will help you lose weight rather than gain weight.
Absolutely. How much weight do you want to lose?
And so about first year, 2.5 stone.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be good because If it works, let me know, because yours truly is a little bit overweight.
So this Christmas, I haven't lost that much.
No. Anyway, it's been lovely to talk to you. Ryan, I will get in touch with you and we'll come and see you down at GFM.
Okay, I'll be up for that.
That'd be good.
Thank you, Classic Game. You're
Hey, bye-bye. Vicky, hello. Just a quickie. I won't keep you long because I know Vicky hates being on camera, so we'll keep this quick. Vicky, what do you think of it?
I think it's fantastic.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely. And it's good that the council are actually behind this sort of thing instead of ripping it down and painting over it now.
Definitely. Yeah, things have definitely changed.
Good. We need to do some more videos together. Thanks, Vic. Love the hat. What'd you feed it on? Hello. Oh, I can't not say hello to a doggy. Hello, little fella. Who are you? Aren't you beautiful? Look at this little chap, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't he lovely? Hey, look at you. You get all ignored down there, don't you? Do they forget you? Oh, beautiful, aren't you? Yay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It is open. All the speeches have been made. Everybody's been in to see it. And it's up on the wall. So, I'm going to call it a day, turn the camera off, and go home and make this video. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you want to come and see this, it's in the town hall, in the main hall. As you walk in the door, do a quick 180, turn around, and it's on the wall behind you up there. So just with one last look at the wall, we'll finish tonight's video.